And now, coming to you live from the Chocolate Bar Studios, Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou.
I like the steel drums played with the steel guitar. I go to honky-tonks and to tiki bars. I like girls in bikinis and wearing tight blue jeans. I like the fiddle played with marimba thrown in and the conga drum beat behind the mandolin. I was raised in the country but still love the sound of the sea. I wear a cowboy hat with my bathing suit. I'm just a country boy who likes to sit under a palm tree. I'm not all mixed up, I just like my music. Tropical country.
Oh yeah, it's Hump Day! Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou right here on Tiki Man Radio. We are where the boots meet the beach. And we are coming to you live from the Chocolate Bar Studios here in beautiful Harrison Bay overlooking the majestic Chickamauga. And of course, we are broadcasting live on Tiki Man Radio, tikimanradio.com, and also the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel, courtesy of the MFG Records Tropical Live Cam. And our show is sponsored by JBL Legends Travel. JBL Legends Travel, they are your hookup when planning your next getaway. Do not plan your next getaway without contacting them first, because they are the most reliable travel agency you can deal with. They are the official travel agency of Tiki Man Radio. And give them a call at 732-831-5200. And of course, our show is also sponsored by Goaltending Services. GTS Charters is the premier charter service in Key West. Whenever you go down to Key West, it's fine to hit all them bars on Duval, but your trip is not complete till you hit a sandbar, and you got to do that with GTS Charters. Give them a call at 305-916-0990, or look them up online at gtscharters.com. And we'd also like to make a special announcement. We would like to say goodbye and thank you to Remnant Stew Podcast for sticking with us over the last few months. They have decided not to continue their journey with us, and we greatly appreciate the time that we've spent with them. We certainly encourage everybody to keep tuning in and listening to Remnant Stew Podcast, which is available wherever you listen to podcasts. So they will not be with us moving forward, but we definitely appreciate all the time that they spent with us. And of course, I have my partner in crime sitting across the table. Laura Lou, she's back.
Hey, everybody.
How you feeling?
Much, much, much better.
I told everybody that Cousin Rona came for a visit.
Yeah.
She hung out with you, and then she started to hang out with Alicia. And then we had to kick her ass out of the house, and that was why we didn't have a show last week. But everything.
You were antisocial. She didn't come visit you.
She didn't come visit me, thank goodness. So,
I made it all the way through the pandemic, all the way through all of the crap that's been going on. I never leave the house except to come here or go to the gas station. And I'm the one who ended up with it. I don't understand.
Well, and sitting over here to my left would be our guest of honor, our spotlight artist for tonight, Mr. Darby Ledbetter.
What up?
We love Darby. The pressure's on tonight. We have a full chocolate bar out here.
We have a studio audience tonight.
Yes.
Hey. I'm telling you, we got the Golden Girl and Golden both are out here.
I know.
And we got Kathy, and we got the ambassador of all good things, Michelle Myers, is out here.
Uncle Alex is out there.
Uncle Alex is there, and we can't forget about Kathy and Connor. So,
and we've got Larice out there.
Oh, I didn't see Larice.
Yeah, she's hiding around the corner.
Hey, Larice.
Yeah.
Wow, I think this may be the biggest studio audience we've had, and it's all because of you, brother.
Man.
You're a popular fella.
I think it's y'all. It's not me.
No, I think it's all about you. Trust me, there's plenty of nights when
it's the fam.
It's all dark out there. It's like barren, so it's all because of you. So
that's right.
Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us
all
tonight.
the way from Texas.
Dude, it's my pleasure. I love you. y'all. I love y'all so much, and it's so good to come through here and see y'all in person and hug your neck.
we love you guys too, and we had a great time. You guys staying with us last night.
Yes, thank you for that.
Sorry about the hard mattress.
It's all right. You don't want to get too spoiled, traveling. I'm about to RV it, so.
Oh yeah.
I know, right?
They're about to live my dream life.
Yeah, I know. Well, before we get everything kicked off, how about we tell everybody, welcome to the show.
There's a party going on around town. It's one rowdy cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane. From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. It's a Houston tradition, 4-H, FFA, and Go Texan. And you can bet, son, it's gonna be around a long, long time. When these riders and ropers give it their best, we'll show them how loud the hometown crowd can get. 'Cause tonight, y'all, we all got a little bit of cowboy deep inside. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Where the Bayou City streets meet these country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Cody Johnson. I love starting the show with that. It gets my blood pumping.
Yeah, man, that's great.
So it's a good kick-up tune, and so I don't know. I heard that song, and I've just become addicted to it. So.
He has. It's his ringtone on his phone.
It's actually, the ringtone on my phone. It gets me going. So
it's the only way
that's what it was for.
That's right. It's the only way he can keep from getting mad when all the unwanted phone calls come in.
Yeah.
At least it makes him dance.
Yeah.
Something tickles.
I think something's tickling Kathy out there tonight,
right.
too.
That's what he said. That's when I guess Kathy has some active hips when she likes to dance, and he says something itches,
something tickles,
something tickles. Oh, that's it. Something tickles.
It. I love it.
Oh my goodness. So how you been, brother?
Man, I've been good. It's been busy.
I know
it has been busy.
You are
but
everywhere.
we're good. Yeah, it's been a especially crazy May. I mean, of course it was good. May started out with going to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Escape to Paradise, and we had a lot of fun over there.
We had to live vicariously for that one. So we was definitely living through you.
Hey, man. Well, hopefully the pictures did it justice and the videos and everything.
Oh,
else.
yeah.
I think it
Absolutely.
did.
Yeah, Absolutely.
Mr. Leo is saying how much he is enjoying your T-shirt over there.
Oh, yeah. You like
He
that?
was there for the fun.
Of course, that's Joe Leo, our sponsor from JBL Legends Travel.
Yeah.
So I can tell you, these people can attest to how great of a time that you have when you book with JBL Legends Travel. Hold on there. Let me get you on there over there, boss.
Yeah, you're damn right.
We had a little...
JBL Legends Travel. Now, listen, Darby and I had a great time in Jamaica, and it was fantastic. And we're going to announce where we're going this Sunday. So all of you
announcing
people
next year's trip.
Yeah, all you people who were just jealous of all of us having a great time in Jamaica will get to hear where we're going.
Actually, I'm going to announce it tonight. He just didn't know it yet. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to pop in here and say that, Darby and Kathy are like family to us, and it's we're so glad to have you back home.
Oh, no. Yeah, exactly. It's we lived here for so long in Tennessee. It is our home away from home.
There you go.
And it's so good. And to come back, and I was going to talk about it. We're looking for some land. We sold our home, which was another part of the crazy May, and we closed on May 17th. So
listen, give me about 3 weeks. I'll have you a tree house built out.
out back there. Yeah. I'll come through. Don't threaten me, man. I'll drink all your beer.
Well, anybody that knows me, don't threaten me, because I'll do it. I'll build tree houses out there for you, and it will be damn nice tree houses.
Well, we're a match made in heaven then.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just want to say welcome back home. We feel like this is your second home whenever you're in Tennessee, so thank you so much for being here, and I'll get out here and let you guys do your thing, man.
All righty.
Love you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
It's always nice when the boss stops in to say hello.
I know, and we're not even in trouble.
I know.
That's pretty cool.
I was panicking because
y'all got wide-eyed there for a minute.
I know.
Like,
usually when he walks in, there's something going on.
Normally, something like, okay, now what did I do? But no, because I tell you, we started off just a couple minutes late because, of course, if it just never matters. When you miss a week, you come back in, and even when you prep, there's one little thing that's going to be off.
I hate it when Monday comes on Wednesday.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That is perfect. That's what happens to us.
Yep, absolutely. We always say, what could possibly go wrong? Spend 10 minutes with us, and we will show you.
That's right.
For sure. For sure. So you've had a busy May.
We have. I mean, of course, Jamaica, and then we had shows booked. Mm-hmm. So I literally had, we were closing on May 17th. Mm-hmm. And, without thinking, we accepted the offer, on the 1st of May, the day before we went to Jamaica. Of course, they're sending us paperwork in Jamaica, and it's like, well, we can't do anything until we get back. And then we're like, we're looking at the calendar. It's like, oh, we don't get back till the 8th from Jamaica. And then 3 days later, we had to leave to go to Phoenix. And then we weren't coming back. Oh, yeah, you had a big show out there. We weren't coming back until the 15th or 16th.
Oh, wow.
So I had like 2.5 days to move out.
Oh, my Lord.
But we made it work, and we moved out. And then the very next day after we closed, we were in Austin and then Dallas.
Wow.
So it's been, and then coming up here.
Yeah.
But it's good. That's exactly what we want to do. We want to get on the road again and travel and spend some time with great friends and have fun doing it.
Well, we definitely love it every time you come to town because, it's just going to be a great time. We're going to have fun. And I tell you, when we talk about, we seem like every time we have we talk to somebody, like they're the most interesting person that we know.
Yes.
But you definitely make that list for us of, you are just definitely one of the most interesting
I'm full
people.
Of it. I know.
Because I don't think there's too much that you can't do, is there?
Well, there's probably some things out there, but I think it's more confidence than anything. I just don't want to pay for nothing, so I can figure it out.
No wonder you and the Tiki Man get along so good.
Well, one of the things we wanted to do with the Artist Spotlight, which we got to thank you for because it was actually your idea that we do this.
Oh, yes. You gave us the great idea of having artists come in here and tell their stories and talk about the songs that they've written and the stories behind the songs, and it has been amazing. We've heard some fantastic stuff. The listeners seem to really love it.
Oh, that's great.
And so we're glad we can finally get you in here to do.
I'm glad I could be here, and I'm glad it's I think as a newbie to the trop rock arena, I guess you can call me a parakeet. But. I think it's good. Even for me as a consumer of music, and you have so many great artists out there, a lot of them we talked about, like Jonas Lawrence and all these folks that, you want to hear their music, and I want to get to know these guys and gals, not, personally too, but I like, you can only hear so much in the music, so I like hearing stories behind songs and how they came up through the music business.
Their story.
And their story, and it's cool. It's just cool to me. I've always loved that aspect of it.
Well, your life in general is just very interesting because, where did it all start for you? I mean, I know you live in Texas. You live in Texas now.
Yeah.
Is that where you're originally from?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in West Texas, out there, home of Friday Night Lights, middle of Odessa.
Wow.
So there wasn't much to do out there except go to jail or play some music or work in the oil field. Uh-huh. But I had a lot of local influences and even some professional. Back in those days, you had the Eagles Lodge, the Elks Lodge, the Moose Lodge.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You had a lot of these places where Mo Bandy and Joe Stampley would come, and you had local bands like Southbound. And my brother was a drummer, in high school, and then he started playing with all these bands. And of course, being his little brother, I wanted to tag along. And you had Johnny Blaine in the Spur Band, and my best friend Chris Elliott, his dad was like a second father to me, and he was the lead singer in a band called Silver Creek. So when he played every weekend, me and Chris would go with him, and of course we'd dance and have fun. And you just had this influence of music, and that's kind of where it started for me. Right along with listening to great songs, George Strait. I was, I never really thought about being the artist, so to speak. I was looking in jackets as like, who wrote these songs?
Mm-hmm. Oh wow!
And I wanted to be that songwriter, even though so I taught myself to play the guitar and started writing, 3-liner song. This is my one chord song. 'Cause that's all. And so I started just doing that. I spent a lot of time behind that guitar between 16 and 18 before I went in the military, and that's how it kind of all started for me.
Oh, wow.
Back in those days.
Oh, that's awesome. And of course, you alluded to you went into the military. You had a very long and distinguished career there in the military. So thank you for your service there, brother.
It was my honor, man. Thank you for yours.
Well, thank you. I would say it's my honor.
Lou and Kathy, we don't serve alone. Kathy's the real hero in my story.
Oh.
I mean, I had one job, and she made sure that I could do it. And to her, it was me. I was like, your one job is to come home. I'll take care of everything else.
That is amazing.
But she did. I mean, the cars, the bills, raising the kids, I spent a lot of time gone. I mean, the first 15 years of our marriage, I was gone probably 10 of that.
Wow.
And then later on, when this war broke out, another, 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you miss a lot of family time, but she did it. Man. I mean, she deserves every medal on my chest and then some.
Oh.
So,
wow.
Sure.
So you spent 20?
Yeah, 29 years. 29 years and some change.
Wow.
In the military. I retired January 1st, 2020. And kind of right off the bat, we met some parrot heads in Conroe.
Yeah.
And when I heard "Party with a Purpose," I was like, my new motto. Because coming from the military, we got a lot of mottos, right?
Right.
So I was like, hey, I can do that. So we jumped right in and really just wanted to have a good time. Met some great people in these parrot head clubs, and of course, being a military veteran and also a singer and a songwriter. I've worked with tons of charities throughout the years of my military service, touring and everything, raising money for veterans and their families, bridging partnerships, which has also been great. So it's the same thing these parrot head clubs do for many different charities. So it fits kind of right in, to our retirement plan.
There you go.
Don't threaten me, I'll come.
Right?
But you were working on your music career while you were still in the military, obviously.
Yeah, I was. It kind of, for me, especially when, and actually it's a good story because I was stationed at Fort Stewart, Georgia in the Army, and Kathy had sent a demo tape or something that I did to someone in Nashville, an A&R rep.
Really?
So one day I get a call from this A&R rep, and hey, I heard your stuff, and hey, I want you to come up here and meet me, blah, blah, blah. And I hung up because I thought it was one of my friends.
No.
Because I was like, who sent a demo tape? So he called back a couple of times.
Wow.
And finally, the third or fourth time he called, he's like, hey, do you know Kathy Ledbetter? I was like, yeah, that's my wife. So Yeah, that was probably 1998.
So she sent the demo and actually got you started on.
Yeah, and
in the Nashville scene.
Yeah, I went up there, and his name was Travis Allen. He was an A&R rep for Asylum Records back then, and they loved it. Recorded a 3-song demo. I didn't have a lot of songs at the time, nor did I tell them I was a songwriter. And they were actually in there mixing my demo to try to get me a deal, and I was back in another room by myself trying to write this song, and Travis comes in and he's like, "Hey, we're about ready to," and he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm trying to write a song." He's like, "You're a damn songwriter?" I was like, "Why do we do cover tunes?" Because I did some cover tunes for thing. I was like, "Well, I only got like 2 or 3 songs," and he's like, "Let me hear what you got." And he's like, "Man, that's great." So he's the one that actually got me my artist development deal on Asylum, and 2, hooked me up with Buck Moore, who became one of my best friends and a hit songwriter at the time. He was a songwriter on DreamWorks.
Okay.
Wrote songs like The Box, The Note, Paint Me a Birmingham.
Oh, yeah.
Which was his last, really big hit.
Yeah.
And one of my best friends, and when I was traveling back and forth to Nashville, he would meet me at the Family Inn on I-40 just to come write with me.
Oh,
and
really?
Here's a guy 20-something years my senior, who's had over 50 top 10 hits in country music.
Oh, wow.
And he's meeting me at a Family Inn, to write.
That's
when
cool.
I came into town, so it was really cool. And moved to Nashville. We became really good friends. Probably didn't write a song together for 2 or 3 years after. Because I just never. I was, in my perspective, and being in the military, I could have been anywhere else in the world.
Right.
That relationship and all my relationships were really more important to me than anything. It would have been icing on the cake. To get a song cut or whatever, but my kind of dream ended at writing with my heroes.
Oh, wow.
And I've got to write with all of them.
That's amazing.
During my time, we moved to Nashville in the summer of '99, and started with Buck, and then met Buddy Brock and Donnie Keys and Aaron Barker, and really found myself in this circle of people who wrote all these hits.
I would say those
George
are some
Strait,
impressive names.
Alan Jackson, and I'm like, just kind of, and it's a tight circle, and
yeah.
And maybe because I was just a quiet guy, and it was great to meet those guys and write songs with them.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
But I wasn't just the dude, when I came to write, I came to work.
Right.
It wasn't. I didn't sit in the room and go, "Hey, that sounds great," because they're hit songwriters. Mm-hmm. Actually, Donnie Keys, he laughed at me because every song he wrote had the word love in it. Down Real and When Did You Stop Loving Me and all this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So we're writing this song, our first song together and I go, "Hey, man, don't be over there," because he writes on the piano. I was like, "Don't be coming up with," I said, "We're going to write another song like one of this." So he, you really kind of gain some respect from him because he's like, we write with a lot of new writers, and you just didn't sit in there and go, "Yeah, that's a good idea. Just keep going." He goes, "You made us work."
Good.
So it was really cool to really grow up in a song with all those great hit songwriters and really have all those guys to be my mentor. And call them friends at the end of the day, and still talk to all of them, regardless of whether we write a song or not.
Yeah.
It's really good they're all great people and great friends, so.
What is she doing?
Kathy's out there trying to mess with me.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. What's the chances we can get you to play one of your earlier songs? That may be something we didn't hear.
Well, what haven't you heard?
Well, we've heard everything you've recorded, but I don't know if our listeners have.
Yeah, when you talk about back in your earlier days, prior to finding trop rock,
yeah.
Right.
Well, let's see. You've.
Let me shut the door to the bar over here. Hold on. There we go.
They're getting kind of loud.
All right, hold on. I know. I've tried to turn that volume down on them a couple times, and they just keep.
Yeah, maybe there's a montage of kind of stuff, you can do. I mean, the first thing I wrote that was actually on my first record I did myself was about growing up in my hometown in Midland, Texas. A song called Invincible. Mm-hmm. Oh. And, people, I still do it kind of as a show opener, to kind of introduce myself. So that's one. I don't know, something like that. Maybe I'll give a little bit of that one.
Yeah.
Friday night, we'd cruise the strip. Just me and my best friends, running the streets, living life without a care. Yeah, we run through Sonic, rev our engines up. That 327, man, it sure was tough. Underneath the hood of that 56 Chevy Bel Air. It was a sweet ride, a 3 on the tree. Lay a trail of rubber when that light turned green. Yeah, we would chase girls down Midland Drive. We'd race Bobby Bolin to the next red light. We'd have fun and party with friends till the break of dawn. I wish I was Superman. Yeah, I'd fly around the world just as fast as I can. Rewind time to the days that were so incredible. Back when we were invincible. Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
Invincible. Great tune. Still love those songs. Some of those songs on my early record that I still hear about today. That's been almost, golly, that's been a long time ago I wrote those songs.
Well, good music doesn't die, brother.
And then I wrote one about actually me and Kathy meeting called The First Guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was conversation in every corner. There was music. You didn't see me standing there. As I watched you dancing, I was captured like heaven sent an answer to a prayer. And it's a moment I'll never forget. As I stared at you, girl, I knew the second our eyes met, I'd wanna be the first guy that gives you all you need. The first guy to fill your hopes and dreams. The one that holds you when you cry, to share the laughter in your eyes, the love of your life. I wanna be the first guy.
Me cry.
I'm like,
Yeah, so
And it's worse because Kathy's standing here.
He's got Kathy out there swooning and just falling in love
I know.
all
You guys are
over
so
again,
cute.
and then you're sitting over there crying. I'm like, you got it, brother.
Those are a couple of early songs. I think those were a couple of the first ones I recorded on my very first album.
I love it.
And when was that?
Man, 1999, 2000,
Wow.
around there.
Really.
Yeah. So,
Well, everybody loves it. The Buddha said you are his hero.
Hello to the
I
Buddha.
love the Buddha. Of course, I love his coffee too. So.
And of course, we cannot can't say the word Buddha
That's
without
right.
mentioning the official coffee of Tiki Man Radio. That is the Beach Buddha coffee. It is the best roast, coast to coast. Take a trip with every sip, Beach Buddha coffee. And if you want to learn more about Beach Buddha coffee, go over to TikiManRadio.com and click on that coffee tab.
I'm telling you, you need to do voiceover work or something.
I know. It's like the voice just changes.
It does.
You know, but I don't have a talent like you, like songwriting. I mean, my goodness. I mean, you definitely.
You got your talents. It's the same for you, though. I heard you this morning on your thing. Your voice changes too. Hello. We are calling from.
Oh well, there's a story.
Hi,
there's
my
a
name
story
is Laura.
about that because she has a lot of times that she calls people and they're like they get taken back because they all of a sudden are thinking that a 1-900 number just called them. They're like, ooh,
wait a minute.
Well, hello. What are you wearing?
Am I gonna get charged for this?
I did have this is back in Ohio. I had a patient that I saw all the time, and she would call me on the phone. And the first time she ever called me, she was a spunky older lady, and I loved her. The first time she ever called me, I had my voicemail on, and when I went to call her back, the first words out of her mouth were, "Have you ever had a red phone in your house? Because I'm telling you, you're in the wrong career." And she was like 85 years old. Like, good Lord. So yeah, that's why I started doing the Marilyn Monroe happy birthday to people.
Oh yeah.
Well, real quick, since you got them out there, any shout outs that we should be giving and any comments or questions anybody have?
Yeah, so JT is out there.
Hey JT.
And I'm sure Giraffe and
they will be
Little Man are here.
JT and Giraffe and Little Man, they'll be heading down here this weekend, won't they?
Yes,
so,
and I cannot wait. This weekend is Alicia's graduation party, so we've got lots of family and friends coming into town.
And then JT and I are going to take an adventure that we will tell you about here a little bit later.
Yeah, so, we'll have to make an announcement later.
Yeah.
And of course, Joe Leo. We talked about Joe.
Of course, our sponsor, JBL Legends Travel.
Him and Darby had lots of adventures down there in Jamaica.
I know.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
We saw a video.
Oh, yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I heard all about that standing ovation. And
Joe Too Smooth Leo.
And Callie McCool is out there. He says, hello from the West Coast.
He's enjoying his vacation. So, of course, that is Mr. McCool from Mr. McCool and the student crew on the Surf's Up that was on here on Tiki Man Radio, and now all the kids are on summer break, and I guess Callie's going to be taking some trips and take some time off, and then
it looks like JBL's helping him with those trips. So
see. There it is.
I know.
That just tells you right there, when we use JBL Legends Travel ourselves, it's good.
That's right.
We don't do business and we don't with anybody that we don't trust. And when we work with them, they become friends and family. And we wouldn't want to work with anybody else other than Joe Leo and the folks at JBL Legends Travel.
That's right. And that guy is out there. Hello, Christopher.
Oh, my goodness. He stayed up past his bedtime just for Darby.
I love you, man.
Yeah. We know he didn't stay up for us.
I know. That's okay. We still love him. And then the ambassador is chiming in from out there in the chocolate bar to the bodyguard is out there.
Oh, hello to the bodyguard.
Yeah, they're getting all
BAR.
They're getting all cute and lovey-dovey on here on the chat.
Oh.
It's like being around Kathy and Darby.
She's been on the road a little bit away from him.
I know. Maybe absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah, if Danny and Darby get their way, you'll be
you don't want to
doing
start
the same
conversation.
thing.
Right? Right? Okay, so...
He was right in there with it. I was like, uh-oh. Here it comes.
I keep forgetting and just walking right into the trap. They're trying to get me to do travel nursing.
Yeah.
Brian's ready to kick me out.
No.
Danny and Darby are egging it on.
Well,
Never did it.
you started when you started talking about how much money you could make as travel nursing and everything, and I'm thinking, man, I wouldn't have to work. I could just hang out here at the radio station, do radio.
And Tiki Man agreed with you?
Yeah, Tiki Man agreed with me, and you could just, you could be my sugar mama. So
you keep saying that's what you were looking for.
I was looking for a sugar mama. I just got to get her.
Instead, you got a black cloud. That's what you got.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
And then I do.
Know how it is, though.
Yeah.
You know what you call a singer-songwriter without a sugar mama, right?
No.
Homeless.
There you go. I do also want to say hello. David Zerkor is out there. Z&G.
Z&G, hello.
Yeah, he's out there. Says hello. Timothy Bland.
Tim
is out there.
You know, shout out to Tim. He's, you know, we served together up in Minnesota. He's a retired sergeant major.
Oh, wow.
Almost 40 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow, thank you for your service,
yes,
Tim.
thank you.
Thanks for listening, Tim. Love you. Miss you.
And Dorothy is out there. My Aunt Dorothy from California was tuning in.
Hey, Aunt Dorothy.
I see Tess out there, Miss Michelle's sister.
That's Ms. 1000.
Yeah. And then, of course, Patty Campbell is out there as well.
Hello to
the superstar. Happy birthday.
And didn't they just have an anniversary as well?
Yeah.
So happy anniversary to Tim and Patty. Yeah.
He had her out mowing the grass on their anniversary, or on her birthday.
What the hell, Tim? What the hell?
I know. It's a good thing she loves you, dude.
No kidding.
No, she's just like Kathy. She likes doing that stuff. You can't keep her from it. The green thumbs.
I know. I love it, too. We fight over who's going to mow the yard. Because he likes to put his headphones on and just disappear for a while. Yeah. And I don't put the headphones on, but I like being out there mowing, too.
It's funny, for fighting for who's going to do it, I always end up doing it, so I don't know how the heck it's a fight. I mean, I don't know how that works out.
You got there first.
Evidently. All right, anybody else out there?
No.
Okay.
Not right now.
You'll have to jump over and check both the videos here.
I know.
Because Uncle Alex was my cameraman for the video because, of course, as always, well, as a lot of times, Laura Lou was running late. So.
It's. I keep telling my kids, when I die, I do not want my casket at the front. I want it in a back room somewhere, and after everybody comes in and sits down, then they can bring me out.
Hey.
Because that's the way I do it.
Well, as long as you don't show up late.
That's
what my mom always said. You're going to show up late for your own funeral, boy.
Yep.
And Lou will.
I'm going to make it happen on purpose.
Which we all know. I'll be gone before her, so I won't know. So I'll be somewhere waiting on a woman.
Well,
Good one.
Good Lord.
All right, so that's
it for right now. Okay. I'll check the rest of the Facebook.
All right. Well, as we progress along here in the show, if you are over to make sure you go over to the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel and jump in this live chat, because you can be a part of the show. Not only do we will give you shout outs, but if you have any questions for Darby that you would like to have answered, throw them out there. We'll let him field some questions, and because God knows, I don't think of everything. We have an interview, and we'll leave, and I'm like, man, I could have asked this, I could have asked that. It was kind of one of those after-the-fact deals. So
if y'all have any questions for Mr. Darby Ledbetter, put it in the chat, or you can comment on the Facebook, and hopefully I'll get it.
Bring it out.
All right. So we left off with some early music. Then you made your way over to Nashville, and
I mean, we. I was gone for 18 months to Iraq.
Oh, jeez.
But it was during, really, this time I'd come home, and right after that deployment, or during that deployment, it was, I think, 3 Doors Down. They had that song "Citizen Soldier" for the
yeah,
absolutely.
So I'd come home, and I'd talk to some folks in the Guard, my commanding general, and played him some songs, and he goes, man, I think it's great, but I don't, I'll hook you up with the people in Washington, D.C. who just happened, he was over the whole entertainment and events and stuff, and just happened to be a Tennessee Guardsman, and I called him up. Next thing I know, they're listening, and I started doing some things for them, and it took about 2 years. That's how come the weekend, so to speak. They were doing all these promotions and stuff. And I'd written a song called Come the Weekend with another great songwriter, Larry Alderman. And the National Guard in 2004 used it as an internal campaign. Mm-hmm. And it did so well that they called me back. I was sitting on my front porch in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, and they called me back and said, hey, can you write a song that encompasses all Guard soldiers, male and female alike? And because we want, if we like it, we're going to put you behind. It was Three Doors Down, Citizen Soldier, that played in movie theaters before you watch the movie. Yeah. And then Chris Rock did one with Dale Jr. Yeah. They had a song, and they said, well, we're going to put you behind that one. So I wrote a song called I Won't Let My Guard Down.
Yeah. That song is amazing.
Yeah, we've played it quite a few times here on the show. Yeah,
and I appreciate it too. I mean, it's been really good. That song's been so good for us, soldiers, and bridging relationships with first responders and military folks and people that are out there raising money for. I mean, from Eagles Healing Nest to just today. I was on the phone with someone else that wanted me to come out and do their event in Colorado.
Oh wow!
So it's really been. That song has been kind of this staple for us. But in 2005, we went on and so much time passes by. Anyway, in 2000, I think it was by the time the Guard really got on board, it had been a couple of years because they change hands every year.
Right.
But at this time, I'm still writing with Music Central, about 2008, the Guard was like, and the people that were in there, and so I fly out to Iraq, and I get to Ireland about 2 or 3 in the morning. Call Kathy to tell her I was about halfway to Iraq, and her first words were, "You won."
Wow!
You won. So it was really cool, and. Of course, I was like, great, man. Are they gonna send me home? No,
right? Does that mean I get to come back home?
No, it was really cool, and then
it was so. I saw the video of that of Kathy accepting the award for you, and it was so bittersweet for me to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I still tear up when
absolutely, it's very emotional.
And because she couldn't have said it any better.
Oh, it was perfect
for me. And it was, all those guys, because it was a mixture of military and civilian folks that are part of the Guard that do all those products for the National Guard, the videos and everything. And we became family. We even did videos beyond that, for the 48-hour film festival and won like 5 awards for that.
Oh, wow.
So it was really cool to do that and to have that song out there to really be a voice for, those Guard folks that serve.
Now, did the Soldier Up album come after, or was it all a part of the...
Yeah, I think it was, when I Won't Let My Guard Down kind of was doing so well, I started shaping up this album. I had written several songs, but I wanted to have some military themed tunes, and I went to my producer Kenny Royster, who's done all these albums, and I said, man, I want one of those songs where you get in your tank and you just want to go. I mean, you put your headphones in, it's like driving, and like, let's go blow some stuff up, and it gets you through anything. So and I had this song idea called Soldier Up. And I took it to my producer Kenny, and he just started playing that. And I was like, yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. So we wrote Soldier Up together, and that was actually going to be a follow-up video.
Oh, yeah.
I wish so much we could have made that video, but it just never came about. But, and then I kind of, finished that album. and it came out at the end of 2009, right before I deployed. You know, and I wanted to have that. I mean, we had a lot of things going on. It's hard enough, as most entertainers know, to try to culminate all these things that need to culminate in the music business to happen at one time, for you to be standing on a hilltop,
right?
You know, with wings looking down, and that's where we were.
Nice.
You know, before that deployment, and you know, I mean, I had to deploy, and a lot of people were angry and upset.
I bet.
But you know, I mean, I was like, hey, I'm just as valuable overseas, if not more, than I am. You know, I'm still a soldier.
Right.
You know, and I was proud of it. And, deployed, and you know, things just kind of crumble.
You want to play a couple off that album?
Well, I can.
I'd like it.
You want to play it? What do you want? What do you want to hear?
Well, we've obviously we've been talking about I won't let my guard down, so we have to hear that one, and then whatever else you want to play, you know.
All right.
And for those of you, while Darby's getting ready, for those of you, I have a couple of people messaging me saying that they're having a hard time.
Okay,
they can't find us.
We are back. The video was up. We had a power outage here,
right?
And everything is backed up with battery. The computers never went down, but for some odd reason, it just froze. So we had to actually exit out of the video and reboot, and it shows here that we are streaming, but
yeah, I'm not finding it on YouTube.
There's nothing there. Okay,
yeah.
Well, just tell them, come over to the radio. We're a radio station. So
that's what I did.
So, of course, you know, check out that brand spanking new Tiki Man Radio app that's been updated.
Yeah,
with all
the new updated app.
With all those cool features. So we'll talk about some of the cool features because I'm going to make a request of some people here a little later.
Oh, okay.
All right. So here, let me switch that over there and shut the door to over
and
here.
I am going to have, if you don't care, we're going to have a guest DJ slip in for just a second.
A guest DJ?
Mm-hmm. We've got some requests going on.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So while Darby's playing his song, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
All right, this is it. I won't let my guard down. Just give me a little more vocal in my ears. Can you? Just a hair. Guitar sounds good. Yeah, a little. Come on. Bring it. Oh, there we go. I can hear
right.
There's nothing left to pack. She throws out a rucksack on her back as she waves goodbye. He's looking fit to fight. Pulls his chin strap tight and falls in line. Just like the flag that flies on every sleeve. Yeah, they hold tight all that they believe, 'cause they're always there, always ready, willing, strong, and their aim is steady, doing their best to keep us safe and sound.
absolutely. I love that song. I wasn't in the National Guard, but I still find a connection with that song. I think it's also a song that can still transcend across all the branches, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I think it has. I think people can see themselves in it, and it has. Like I said before, we've done so many bridging, charities and opportunities, traveling the world, and military organizations and charity organizations through this song. Like the International Firefighters Association brought us up to Ohio, and they did their own video to the song, and we performed it for all the International Firefighters Association. That's just one example of how the song has kind of been good for us throughout the years, and people have really used it to bridge those relationships.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have another person who just snuck in here. Golden's back.
Hey, kids. How's everybody?
How you been, brother?
Beautiful, Darby. Thank you. That was beautiful. That Martin just has such a pretty ring. I love it. Everybody that knows how to play plays it.
Yeah.
A Martin or a Taylor.
Yeah.
So how you been, brother?
I've been good. I just turned my heart monitor back in, so.
How's the health? Doing better?
The health's doing better.
Good.
I'm doing better. I'm having a little more energy now, so I'm able to come down and say hello.
Good. We've been worried about you, with your health and everything, but you're looking better.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but.
Well, you're still as ugly as ever, but you still look like you're feeling better.
Oh, you're beautiful, man. You're beautiful.
I ain't gray no more. So how's it been in Texas, man? You've been I've heard you say you've been really, really, really busy.
No, it's been really great, especially getting involved in the Parrot Head world, and it's been kind of grassroots for me. Like I said, the Party with a Purpose. Falls right in line with our retirement career. We've been invited to do a lot of socials and house concerts.
Time out.
Yeah.
Retirement career.
Yeah.
I need to look into that.
Yeah.
I need to look into that.
Yeah, I've been saying the exact same thing.
It feels good.
Yeah,
it feels good. I could say semi-retired.
Really
makes
good.
you feel better.
Well,
but
not really, but still. It's amazing that you're able to do that because you have worked so hard for so long.
Yeah.
It's time you sit back and you play your music because your music is fantastic.
Well, thank you. And
you're welcome.
It's not, that's it's easy for me to go play, threaten me, drink beer, play on a beach somewhere. Really it's...
She threatened me with a good time.
Right. It's really that lady over there who, and the next 30 years is hers. She backed me up for 30 years.
There you go.
It's all yours.
I'm not making any more decisions.
Turning it over.
I'm not doing it.
Well, that was going to be my question was, how did you discover the whole trop rock world in Texas?
Well, actually, a friend of mine, Ken Stratton, another military buddy, he had went out to, I don't even know how he got involved in it, to tell you the truth, but he had went to a social at Margaritaville out there in Conroe, Texas, and he invited me to come out. He's like, hey, just come out, I didn't tell him nothing, As soon as I walked through the door, they're like, you must be Darby. I hear you sing and play. And I just look at him, he's like, gives the shoulder shrug. But that's kind of where it all started, the 5 o'clock flock in Conroe, Texas. Michael and Chris is the president, and her husband, Michael, Salt of the Earth, great people. Galveston Bay Parrot Head Club, all the Parrot Head clubs we've been to. I mean, they're just really great people doing great things. And beyond the music and beyond everything else, they're just great folks to sit down and spend time with.
They do a lot of good things. They do things like similar to, like maybe not as the high caliber as the Shriners, but they still.
Oh yeah,
they do a lot of good things. A lot of charities. And,
a lot of charities, and a lot of them do different type charities. From military to cancer to Alzheimer's. Kathy's been. We both have been a part of many charities, and it's not just one.
No,
they do a lot of. Faith Fighting Cancer in Conroe, the Alzheimer's, the military stuff that I do. They've been a part of those things and are really wanting to get involved, and we're kind of building those partnerships too. to try to do whatever we can to raise money for whatever charity. So
prior to that, did you know much about the genre, that it was actually almost like a cult-like following?
Well, no, I don't think anybody. I mean, you hear about Jimmy Buffett, and I didn't even know the National Club was Parrot Heads in Paradise.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know about Meeting of the Minds. I didn't know about any of these things. Obviously as a songwriter and a consumer of music, I've heard tropical music. Of course, Jimmy Buffett was always a favorite, and but no, I really didn't know how extensive it was until recently. So, and they are devoted.
Yeah,
and it's grown huge. In a lot of ways, it's bigger than the music and bigger than anything else. And I've even researched and gone online and look at. If you go online to Meeting of the Minds and look at how much money these clubs raise annually, I mean, it's mind-blowing. I mean, they're doing some work. So,
most people are older. They're older in age. They're near retiring. They have you don't want to say disposable income, but they're able to help out. So that just generates, and that's
time.
awesome.
They got time.
Yeah, and they have time. Yeah, and they can devote their time.
And I mean, there's folks out there. I mean, I'm retired, but I don't have any disposable income.
No, dispose none of it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I dispose of it. It just Payday's hand me over day. Yeah, that's how I dispose of it.
Hand me over.
But it's just like any other partnership. They have it's a good social club. They get involved in their community, and they bring people in. Before you know it, you're doing great things in your community and raising money for charity.
Yeah. So, how long did it take when you decided, I think I'm going to make a trop rock or a coastal album?
It took me about 2 or 3 months.
Is that right?
That's quick.
I mean,
that's quick.
I'd got invited down, and I've told this story before, but I usually went down to Key West during the Singer-Songwriter Festival as a country artist and a country songwriter. I had a couple of friends down there in Key Largo that have been friends since they were, tiny, and they're both in 75. And but I was the third guy that went with them to the Singer-Songwriter Festival. But they always told me about the Pickwick Parrot Head Club. JC used to live up here and would travel down for the Songwriter Festival, and we'd all meet in Key Largo, but now he's in Florida. So in 2020, of course, the Singer-Songwriter Festival was closed down, so I didn't go to that with them. I'd been going with them for years. And Neil had called me and said, hey, you just need to come down. Won't you come down to the Parrot Head event? And, of course, Meeting of the Minds in 2020 was canceled, but all the artists still went down there and played all over town. And then so I met several of the artists. One of the first one was Mr. Tim Campbell, who was just so funny. And, of course, he's a veteran as well.
Right. And,
had an idea for a song and had to approach him about it. We ended up, writing, 3 of them. Come down and to the house in Texas and spent a few days together and wrote 3 great songs together.
Yeah, Something to Do with a Beer's kind of done pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, Something to Do with a Beer, his big old hit on the radio, and I'm glad it's doing well. I'm trying to get him back down, to do. I said, you need to write the rest of the album,
Right?
I get first dibs.
He teased us with that. Now we want to follow up, right?
Yeah. Are you listening, Tim?
So you met the craziest guy that you could meet.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's
fantastic.
He's
we
fantastic.
Love him.
Yeah, I love him too, and him and Patty are just salt of the earth, and of course many others down there that I ended up meeting, and it kind of it's a different thing, and for me it's writing, but I was inspired really first and foremost by the people I met in the Parrot Head clubs and the music, and I was just sitting in my garage and it just started coming out.
Well, Danny's often said, Tim Campbell's such a nice guy. If you don't like Tim Campbell, you're an asshole.
Right.
Well, I'm going to throw you right into that same category because you and Tim, you have very similar personalities. You're very humble and just very likable people.
Well, checks in the mail, buddy. Thank you for that.
And it's nothing but the truth. I would say it if I didn't truly mean it. So, because
that.
You know, so you got this introduction into the trop rock world. Yeah. So a couple months later, you're like, I'm going to put out this album. And then lo and behold, we got an album out.
Yeah, we got an EP out, and we wrote. I think me and Tim wrote those first 3 songs in June. Mm-hmm. I released this album, in October or September. Wrote a couple of more, and also had one that I'd been wanting to record for years. That Buddy Brock and Casey Beathard wrote, which is My Pirate Soul.
I love that song.
I've always loved it, and I went to Buddy up here, who's been a friend of mine forever, and I usually stay at his house when I go to Nashville, and I said, man, you got to find this song. He searched and searched and searched, because he retired now. And he finally found a copy of it for me, where I could do my own demo tape and find my key. And
so
So I said, y'all wouldn't let me cut it. Y'all always said Kenny Chesney was going to cut this thing. They would never let me do it. Oh, no, Kenny Chesney's going to cut that. You can't have that right now. So
Kenny Schmitty.
Right.
Which, of course, your first single off that album was "Parrot Heads in Paradise."
"Parrot Heads in Paradise."
So that was a great song to make more or less your introduction into the trop rock world, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. It was really my ode to those Parrot Heads that I met. I mean, truly and honestly, great people, and really no different than y'all.
The inspiration.
The inspiration behind the song. And I had no idea until after the fact. They were like, can you do Parrot Heads? You're going to get sued. I'm like, I'm not going to get sued. You know, I mean, it's Parrot Heads. It's a song. It's Parrot Heads in Paradise. I'm not selling merchandise. I got to write a song, man.
I got a permission slip.
That's right.
Well, you want to sing that song for us?
I can.
All right. Why not? It was the debut album off that, the single off that album.
Yeah, first good hit on Trop Rock Radio. This is for all Parrot Heads out there. Yeah, come on, y'all. I see you dancing out there. Something tickles. Crazy bunch of people who really love the sand. Yeah. Our toes in the water and a drink in our hand. We love to shake our tail feathers all night long to a tropical band playing favorite songs. So we get together every chance we get. Yeah. 'Cause it's the pirate life that we love most. Rum runners running up and down the coast. When time gets lost, plans ain't made. Sail Captain Morgan and a hurricane. Wherever we go, wherever we are, we party with a purpose underneath the stars. We're living free and loving life. Yeah, it's a hell of a time. We're Parrot Heads of Paradise. Come on! Woo! Well, it's a full-time party, trop rockin' all year round. Yeah, that's going on the wall. We flock from coast to coast and town to town. Well, it's a guaranteed good time. We wouldn't trade. I wouldn't take a pot of gold for the friends we've made. We're soaring together, flying high. Yeah, 'cause it's the pirate life that we love the most. We're rum runners running up and down the coast. When time gets lost, plans ain't made. We sail Captain Morgan in a hurricane. Wherever we go, wherever we are, we party with a purpose underneath the stars. We're living free and loving life. Yeah, it's a hell of a time. Parrot Heads of Paradise. Woo! Yeah! And when we hear those Buffett songs, well, we just fill up our cups and sing along. 'Cause it's the pirate life that we love most. Rum runners running up and down the coast. When time gets lost, plans ain't made. We sail with Captain Morgan in a hurricane. Wherever we go, wherever we are, we party with a purpose underneath the stars. We're living free and loving life. Yeah, it's a hell of a time. Maybe it's a good thing. There's a video back in.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's the cool thing. The video on the YouTube, we may not be streaming on YouTube. You're up.
Yeah, it is. It is still recording.
It is still recording, so you can go back and watch it later, and that way you can.
That you turn that other camera
you can
on.
you can see the golden girl on the stripper pole.
Yeah,
we made sure that did make the video. So
Kathy standing up on the stool dancing.
I thought that was pay-per-view, honey. It's out the window now. No, it sounded so much better with my headphones off. I just had to put my headphones off. Let's do it. Because I love to hear the strum of the guitar live.
Yeah.
All right.
Fantastic.
All right. So, the crew's back together.
I know. It feels like a reunion for a minute.
For a little bit. I can come in from time to time and sit with you guys if you need me or would like for me to. But I can't commit because...
You got a lot of stuff going on.
I do have a lot of things going on, but it's not that. It's just my health. Sometimes I'm just so... down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just so worn out that I just have to come in and lay down.
Well, and you know what? We want you to take care of yourself.
Yeah,
more
I
than
have to do that
anything.
first and foremost.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're happy to have you back with us tonight, and we will grab you from time to time and have you just be doing a guest spot for us.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. If you don't have a live guest, I could come in.
Awesome.
If you need me to.
Yeah.
Well, we actually just made a quick change. We traded in one Ledbetter for another.
That's right.
It's Kathy.
Says trade up.
And before the video went on, Tim and Patty Campbell were out there.
Yeah.
And every time I see Patty Campbell, we talk about how she's the superstar. This woman is the superstar right here.
Yeah,
Miss Kathy is amazing. We love her. And as we were saying, for those of you who are watching the video, hopefully whenever the power flickered and the video quit on YouTube, the only way to get it back is to completely reboot everything, and we don't want to stop the show. So it is still recording, so go back. If you're listening on the radio now, you can go back later and watch the YouTube video. It will be posted later on.
Absolutely. And as always, our show, not only will you be able to watch that replay on the YouTube, the audio replay is available on SoundCloud.
Yep.
You don't have to purchase anything or have any memberships to SoundCloud.
Yep.
It is available right there on that free option. So
that's right.
You can do that. But I'm glad Kathy came in here because
in the meantime, we have the superstar dancer.
Yeah.
Superstar.
I heard you like to shake those hips once in a while in Jamaica.
I do.
That's where the It Tickles comes from.
Yes, when I hear the music, it just makes me move.
Her hips don't lie.
We were watching that.
Well, it's kind of cool that you came in because, Darby had said, how, much you are very intricate to his career. You have
military and
between,
music.
the military and being that strong military wife. And, a lot of military men don't say enough, but thank you to the wives because the wives are the backbone to the military.
Yeah, they really are.
Let me get that over there because
keep the home running. I mean, they keep the home running.
Yeah, because because of you, he can focus on his task and on his mission. So, and then he comes home, and then you're making him a music superstar.
Well, that's one thing that I have to say is that every time that he came home, he was a different person. And I want a lot of people to know that when your soldiers come home, they are different because they've seen so much, so you have to be their rock.
Right.
And when they're over there, you have to be their rock. Your whole world can be falling apart, but when you talk to them, everything's fine.
Exactly, yeah.
That
You
way
can
they
have
come home.
you can have the strongest chain or the strongest rope in the world, but it's not going to be as strong as what it's tied and anchored to.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, it's whatever it's tied to. That's what gives us its base strength.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's
Wow, that
so
was a good way to say that.
that, I do everything I possibly can to push his music, and because his songs and his words and his lyrics touch so many people,
Yeah.
that it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. You know, like say you go to work and come, hey, here's Buddy Brock's phone number. You need to give him a call.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some pretty strong. You know, Lou says she networks, but I think she needs to take some lessons.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's all her fault, really, if you think about it. You know, I mean, I did join the military, but that was about it. I mean, she sent the demo tape. You know, I mean, a lot of those relationships, you know, I owe to Kathy. And, I mean, she's just been such that solid foundation for me in both careers. And, you know, she's not bad looking. She can work a room.
Very easy on the eyes.
She can work a room.
Yeah. What I like to say, she's real easy on the eyes.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, we talked about, you know, when he won the Emmy, your speech, you know, I don't cry much, but you had me in tears.
Yes.
Well, I will tell you that day was bittersweet because I had my hair done and my makeup done, and then he sends me a video from the plane telling me how much he loves me, and I'm at...
You ruined the makeup, dude.
No, I did not cry. I had to keep everything, but when we were sitting there at the Emmys and they said he won, it was a waterfall. And I didn't plan that speech. When I got up there, it just came from the heart.
It was perfect.
Because there is a lot of your neighbors and your family and your friends that are in the National Guard that are deployed, just like active duty, and they don't have the support. The families don't have the support when the soldiers are deployed.
Like you do on active duty installations.
Right.
They're in your communities. You know, they're your friends and your neighbors, and you know they got the same responsibilities. You know, that's the thing. You know, they get called up, and it's a totally different thing than serving.
Right.
You know, it just turns your life upside down. You got to figure out how to do it.
Yeah,
Well,
you're literally dropping everything.
Yeah, I would think because in active duty, you know, full-time military, you're always ready for that, and your life is designed around picking up and going when you have to. But when you're in the National Guard or in the reserves, you're living your normal everyday life.
Yeah.
And then at the drop of a hat, you have to drop everything and take off to become the full-time military person. And I can't even imagine what that would be like.
When you're on active duty, you're on a post.
Right.
And everybody's going through the same thing. The kids, the wives, or the husbands that are left behind when their wives get deployed, their husbands get deployed. And National Guard, they're spread out everywhere.
Yeah, the support network isn't as
spread
tight.
out all throughout the state. You know, the family readiness group that you have on active duty is right there. Everybody's co-located. But when you got all of Tennessee or all of Texas, you know, and all these soldiers, you're trying to pull together resources and stuff. So it's a lot more difficult for sure for these National Guardsmen and reservists.
And I don't think they get the credit that they deserve either.
No, not all the time. I mean, if you really think about it, they have the same requirements as an active duty soldier. They got 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks in the summer
to get done.
Complete all those same requirements.
Right.
So it takes, you know, they're exceptional individuals.
Absolutely.
You know, for sure. And they, you know, I can't say enough about them because they went and they showed up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they really showed up. And the great part about it is because they work in the communities, they bring a whole nother degree of experience, civilian experience to the table, and can solve. They were solving problems and doing. I mean, we were. It was incredible. I mean, I can't say enough about serving in the Guard with these folks was incredible. I mean, I can't say enough about them. They just really. It was an honor to serve with these Tennessee Guardsmen up here, for sure. Lifelong friends.
That's amazing.
And they were also deployed longer than active duty.
Yeah, which is so strange to me.
Yeah.
They don't seem to get the same, I don't want to say the same respect, but the same, like you said, they were deployed longer than active duty military. And I know whenever my dad was in the Army National Guard, he was in the Air Force for years, but whenever I was young, he went back and went to the Army National Guard. And back then, the Guard, they were called up for inside the state.
Yeah.
For things. But now, and starting around the Gulf War, I believe.
Yeah, overseas deployments.
They became overseas deployment, which in my memory didn't happen before that.
Yeah, I mean, you had, and today it's a modular army, and the whole part, and we went through, during the course of this war in 2003 and 4, we went back to an older model where basically they could take any slice, any unit, any battalion, and they could go serve under any commander, battlefield commander.
Oh, okay.
So if they needed a slice of infantry from this, and it didn't matter where you were at.
Oh, okay.
So if you see a National Guard regiment that's the same as an active duty regiment, I mean they're equipped and have the same number of people.
Right.
The Army Reserves is very small, and it is exactly what it is. They're not. We did have some finance folks, but the National Guard is that other half. Of deploying overseas and everything like that. I mean, and that modular army. And actually, the Tennessee National Guard, I mean, every other year they were deploying. I mean, these guys here have put in more time over in Iraq and Afghanistan, and I think a lot of active duty.
Right.
So,
in a lot of cases, with the, not only the National Guard, but the Marine Corps Reserve, the other reserves, a lot of them, they have found themselves in, worse, firefights and in worse situations than some of the regulars that was over there.
Oh yeah, I mean we lost a lot of I lost a lot of my friends over there. So I mean you see the same stuff. You're serving in the same dirt, and blood, sweat, and tears, and I mean it's not a joke. The bullets are real, the bombs are real. And the sweat, blood, and tears is just as real, too. And the enemy
doesn't care if you're a reserve, or guard, or a regular. They don't care.
It all says Army with a American flag. So, I mean, but they served with truly distinction and honor, and it was an honor to serve with them, for sure. Yeah.
Now, it brings me up, since we got on the topic about, with that, a lot of the organizations that you work with the veterans, and you're able to incorporate that with your music.
Yeah, I mean I think that was just another part that came, as being a soldier, and then I started, I won't let my guard down really opened a lot of those doors, and come the weekend I'd be doing a regular fair event or something like that, and then all of a sudden these organizations would come up, like the IAFF for first responders, International Firefighters Association, eventually, U.S. Vets, Watermelon Run for the Fallen. We helped, initially build war memorials. We were doing concerts to help build war memorials in a lot of these small cities. Mayor Mark Bundy in Smithville, Texas. We did shows for several years to build a memorial. We just played the 10-year anniversary of that.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I couldn't believe it. The first call they made was like, hey, you need to come and do this show. And then all of them that I know, Eagles Healing Nest, who really for me where the rubber meets the road as far as helping veterans. Melanie Butler up there, there's just not enough to say about what she does for veterans. And when I hit the road, she came to Phoenix, she came to Smithville. She brought stuff down to donate and raffle off and raise money. Oh, that's
amazing.
I mean, so it really is. It becomes a partnership because people in these communities, everyone's connected to someone who has served. And it means something. Right. And you don't want to forget. And there are a lot of services and things that people need. I mean, the children out there who were orphaned, and veterans that, like Justin, who lost a limb.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, there's so many cases out there. Tunnels to Towers. That build houses for veterans, and so many great artists out there, and people. And even smaller organizations that you never hear about, like Give an Hour. I got to go to New York City and bridge a relationship between the National Guard and this one doctor that called all these doctors throughout the country, to donate their time to counsel soldiers and their families.
Oh, wow.
Free of charge.
Wow.
So, there's organizations like that no one hears about, and resources that are out there that have really come about through the course of this war that are just phenomenal, which is why we continue to do what we do, because we want to make sure that it continues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you've been doing some work, some songwriting with a veteran organization, or?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my songwriting friends up in Nashville, Casey Timmer, and I mean, Will Nance, I've always heard them talk about doing work with Operation Song, and I'd never had an opportunity to do that until recently. In February, Tom Shepard's Lone Star Luau is there in Conroe, Texas, and invited me out to sing, and then as a veteran, come out and write a song with a veteran. And Trent Willman, another great songwriter and entertainer that I know, I hadn't seen him in years. He was there. I was looking forward to seeing him, and it was even icing on the cake because me and Trent got paired up to write a song with a veteran.
Oh, wow, okay.
And we wrote an incredible, we sat there and listened to.
Yeah, I got to hear it, and it was just give me chills.
Yeah.
It really did.
So, but it brings healing, I mean, Paul had never talked about Vietnam, never talked about his experience. And the way the song came out, I'm sitting there listening, and Trent had literally asked the question that I heard 100 times asked of my dad, who was a Vietnam vet, tell me about Nam, and he'd just look at the ground and never say anything.
Yep.
And when Trent asked him that, that it was just like, Trent, I heard that song asked of my father, and I said, can we say that can we write this? Can we say that was Nam without saying that was Nam? And that's how it really all kind of started, with that song. And it was an honor to do that. And then it was tough, even as a veteran, getting up there, because Trent had left the Lone Star Luau, and I had to get up there and sing it. And everyone sang with their veteran, and I was good for about the first bar or two, and then Paul just, touches my back, and says, "I got your back."
Oh, I'd have been a hysterical mess.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost. I had to stop a couple of times.
Yeah.
It was an emotional time, but it was really an honor to do that. And since, other folks and Parrot Head clubs, like we're going to P4, Flip Flop Fun, and I hope I do that right. But we're floating on the river in September with the Canyon Lake Parrot Head Club, and now he wants to bring Operation Song to that event, and he called me up and said, "Hey, do you want to do this if I pull this together?" And I said, "Absolutely." So,
Nice. So definitely gets me choked up as well. So how about let's change into a little bit more. Going back to your trop rock album. My goodness. You know how to bring the tears. I'm glad I'm wearing sunglasses. You can't tell. So we had Parrot Heads in Paradise. That was the first one that came out as a single. And so how did you follow that up?
I just kind of let it ride out there. I actually sent all the trop rock stations, all the songs, and you kind of get feedback. And then the second song, I mean, if a trop rock station had a chart, I think the next song that went number one was Float.
Yeah.
I love that song too. We talked about that's one of our favorite things to do in the summertime is to go float down the river, drink some beer, and listen to some tunes, and just kind of zone out for a little bit.
Maybe we can play that one. Can we play it?
Maybe he can sing it.
You want to sing?
I'll sing. All
right.
We have an artist live here.
I was trying to be nice and give him a break, but
nah.
Why would I be nice?
I'm gonna put him through the ringer. People tuned in want to hear the man sing. Let me shut the bar to the door. Door to the bar.
The bar to the door.
Bar to the door. Door to the bar. Yeah, there we go.
Now I love this tune too because it's a national pastime. In places like Texas and of course here. Where
right.
It sounds better with the headphones off.
A plethora of oh shoot.
Hey,
the air. Excuse me.
That's all right. Go ahead and tune.
You do what you got to do.
Where they have a plethora of lakes and rivers, you can get on your tube and float on and get your floating bar out there with your beer and get a big old sunburn.
That's what we did. Year before last? We went up on the mountain. We're going to do it again this year. It was one of my favorite things.
We've actually done it a couple different years. We went up and floated down the
Ocoee, wasn't it?
No, this was in This one was in
top half.
Yeah, it was the top half coming.
You can do it in Helen.
Coming down the mountain.
Can you do it in Helen too?
Yeah, too. You can tube down.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the whole Helen thing.
But
we're
you got to go before the creek gets low, or you'll be dragging there. So, like my big self did.
We did that too.
Yeah, but you just try to capture that feeling.
Yeah.
Of us floating down a river.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
This song really does.
Yeah.
Have a good melody and just see yourself out there floating, never knowing where you're going to end up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cold Corona sweating in a styrofoam cooler. White clouds in a sky that couldn't be any bluer. The sunshine shining, the summer breeze breezing. I'm glad we ain't down under, 'cause we'd be breezing. Let's float down a lazy old river, let's go. The water's never been wetter, We got the perfect weather, don't get no better. Grab your tubes, man, let's ride. We'll pop some tops, yeah, we'll have a good time. Let's get out on the water, vamonos, and float. Yeah, let's float. You can toss me out of line, yeah, we'll string them all together. Well, I hear the Colorado, it flows on forever. Now let's jump into a summertime feeling. What I'm talking about is the opposite of sinking. Let's float down a lazy old river, let's go. The water's never been wetter, We got the perfect weather, don't get no better. Grab your tubes, man, let's ride. We'll pop some tops, yeah, we'll have a good time. Let's get out on the water, vamonos, and float. Well, we can push off the banks of the old Frio, or we can ride the Guadalupe to the Gulf of Mexico. Let's float down a lazy old river, let's go. The water's never been wetter, We got the perfect weather, don't get no better. Grab your tubes, man, let's ride. We'll pop some tops, watch time pass us by. Now let's get out on the water like a big bunch of bobbers. Now let's get out on the water, vamonos, and float. Yeah, let's float. Let's go on, boy. Down a lazy old river. What do you say, Golden? You wanna float? Yeah, let's float.
That does just make you want to get in a tube and just start floating.
I know, I just start swaying. Hey.
Like Alex's little duckies got.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What about the Ranger Bear video?
The Ranger Bear video.
I may or may not have gotten it.
Some inside information on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I was actually going to the Art Institute and for a recording.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and part of my degree program was a video class. So that was the first project we have to do with stills. You take still pictures, but there's movement with just still pictures.
Oh, okay.
So I went home, and you have to create it on your own, and I had that bear, the Ranger Bear, and would just put it on the fence and make him look like. So they're just trying to show you the features that you can use in software.
Right.
Transition, look like it with a still photo.
Oh, okay.
So like the old cartoons where they would draw and a little
Like
bit
the
different.
claymation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep changing the post to make them look like they're
Yeah,
moving.
and you can kind of like do a picture with different effects on it. It
Right.
looks like the bear's moving, but it's actually not. It's just the pictures kind of
Okay.
has movement and stuff. That part where he's like trying to jump to the tree and everything, and so a little video. Yeah, who asked that question?
Mr. Campbell.
Mr. Campbell. Yeah. Did that for you, buddy.
Hello to Tim Campbell out there.
Stalker.
He said Ranger Bear is a real action hero.
That's right. It is. We still got Ranger Bear.
That's awesome. Well, Scotty Chill says to tell you hello. He loves
Hey,
some float.
Scotty. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Scotty Chill.
Scotty Chill. That'd be from Island Vibes on Thursday nights at
Yeah,
7
he
p.m.
has
right here on Tiki Man Radio. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So you were talking about, your favorite song on that album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Verona.
All of them? It's kind of hard picking a favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
It's an amazing album.
Thank you.
There's not a bad song on there, I'll tell you.
I really liked catching up on slowing down.
That one to me is awesome.
Because it has, I mean, that's our theme song. That's what we want to do. Spending all these years just really with the government telling us what to do and all the time we spent away. And actually, I wrote this song title several years ago with Buck Moore, who's now gone. And I always loved the song title and just really wanted to write, a tropical feel and really make it the way I wanted to make it in the first place. So that's kind of my favorite tune, and we get a lot of feedback because that's that it just takes people to the island. It's just got that groove. So I tell people to close their eyes and let me take you there because that's where me and Kathy want to be. Yeah, that's probably.
Well, how about to finish out the segment? You just take us there.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Well, close your eyes out. Concrete walls and interstates got me longing for a slower pace. And lately I know you've been feeling it too. If we leave right now, catch a red-eye flight, we're on the edge of the water by the next sunrise. No one else around, nothing to do. Let's get lazy, laid back, me and you. We'll just daydream, stare at that baby blue. We'll get lost in a view for two where we can't be found. Yeah, we'll do a little catching up on slowing down. Oh, yeah. Can you hear the waves? We can run for the border, head to Mexico, the Florida Keys, or Pacific Coast. Doesn't matter where we go as long as I'm with you. That sun will come up, it'll sink down, that tide will roll in, roll back out, while a tropical breeze washes all troubles away. Let's get lazy, laid back, me Yeah, we'll do a little catching up and slowing down. Let's get lazy, laid back, me and you. We'll just daydream, stare at that baby blue. We'll get lost in a view for two where we can't be found. Yeah, we'll do a little catching up and slowing down. Yeah, let's do a little catching up on slowing down. You were there, weren't you, going?
That definitely makes me want to get a lawn chair and a fruity drink and just close my eyes and listen to the waves.
What I love the best is the way he pulled the cord up. When he was pulling instead of just doing a lazy hammer note to ring it, he was pulling the whole cord up. You know, instead of just doing the little bang it, you know, with the little hammer note. That's good. See, I would have just done the lazy. I just done a hammer note.
That's okay, because I wouldn't have done either of it because I can't play it.
I can't either. But
now you got video, right?
Right now I got video
lessons by Dawg.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go. So I know you've had a busy May. How's June shaping up to be for you?
June, how is June? Well, we're spending the first couple of weeks here, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she keeps the schedule. And then
that's why Lou has a little black book.
Yeah, we go home, and then what are we doing after that?
Kid Rock.
Oh, we got a Kid Rock concert.
Oh,
see Kid Rock.
I got pictures of that.
You know, this is the famous woman who got a picture.
I know. You going to take the picture and get an autograph?
Sima is.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
What do we got? Show-wise, anything in the end of June? I know there's stuff out there. In July.
Thing in June.
July, we got something the July 4th. Maybe back up here for the party.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, we got to come see the Trop
You have
Rock
it on
Elvis.
the calendar?
Yeah, we got it. Well, I guess we're coming back up there.
All right.
It's on the calendar.
All right. So.
Through July, August, every weekend in August is booked.
The end of July is Riddles with the Sound.
Yeah, July, Riddles in the Sand down in Galveston. I knew there was stuff out there. I just can't think of it.
Well, where can everybody catch your calendar so they can try to catch a show?
The best place to do it is darbyledbetter.com. When I update it, it needs to be updated for June, July, and August because I think I only updated it through May, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, so I got to update that. I usually post them on Facebook too when we're doing things. About 60% of the time, it works every time. But yeah, darbyledbetter.com.
All right, and how about your music? Where will we get the music? Same place?
Man, your favorite platform.
I learned a new thing.
What did you learn, Lou?
You can go to YouTube, search up Darby Ledbetter, and download his music from YouTube.
Yeah. Really?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Wow. Yeah, you go to YouTube, iTunes, Spotify,
CD Baby.
Yeah, CD Baby.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Amazon.
Do they still have the option to go somewhere and buy a actual CD?
Yeah, does CD Baby have some of those? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think CD Baby has they keep a minimal stock for people that are, they have CD players.
Hard copy.
No, it's really, really these days, you don't have no one has one in their car. It's all Bluetooth, and you go to your all of us usually pay a subscription to whatever platform we use, and you can stream it.
I love having the CD, even if I'm going to stream it too. I love having CDs because I can get them autographed. The artist gets paid so much more when you buy a CD than they do when you stream. It's like a percentage of a penny for Spotify and things like that. But when you buy the CD, the artist actually gets to make money off of
It's all about the merch these days.
That's right. That's right.
We do carry hard copies around with us because people do like those tangible products, autographs.
They like having your autograph, I have a very special autograph on a koozie, and I refuse to use the koozie.
I have one too, and I haven't used it yet. That's why we bought
there
double.
was a crisis at the house.
I need to give you 2 regular koozies so you can advertise.
This afternoon there was a crisis at the Golden Ponderosa. I can't find my damn koozie.
Oh, you couldn't find yours?
Really?
Oh,
no, it was Golden Girl. My damn koozie at. Finally, we found it.
Yeah, she showed up with it.
Yes, she did.
I can't do it. I can't go over there without my koozie.
I'm just going to stay here.
Well, I tell you, we want to thank you so much for making the trip over here to spend time with us and to take the time to come on the show and play some music and tell your story.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You're our
family. Yeah, this is family right here.
You are ours as well.
Absolutely. So I'm going to tell you, Danny said it on the other show, all you artists over there in Nashville, that's 2 artists, almost back-to-back weeks that came all the way from Texas to come and be with us. So y'all over in Nashville, you ain't got no excuse about an hour and a half drive.
That's right. 102 miles up there. Come on.
Right. Get on the highway. Come on down. Get on the show. And let people see your face, hear your music. Because we just learned that Tiki Man Radio is streaming on 26 different platforms in 22 different countries. So, hey.
That's amazing.
Woo-hoo. Come on down. So, get your voice heard.
That's right.
So, absolutely.
In Tropical Country, we do have an exciting announcement.
Oh, yes.
You want to get to tell yet?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So, a couple weeks ago, I, as part of Tiki Man Radio, submitted an application for press passes to CMA Fest, which is coming up this coming weekend. And Tiki Man Radio has been granted those press passes.
Woohoo! Wow.
So, I can't go, but Dawg is going to go. He's going to take our son-in-law, JT, who is a videographer. And on behalf of Tiki Man Radio, Tropical Country, going to check out CMA Fest this coming weekend. So be ready for the live broadcast, the videos that they bring back, and we'll do some editing and put together some good footage for y'all.
Yeah, it's quite the experience because I don't know what to expect. Darby and Kathy kind of give us a rundown, and it was just like
I'm scared.
Yeah.
It was like being bombarded with information.
Like, oh my God, we're real.
Oh my God. And when we did this, all of a sudden we started having record labels contact us and saying, hey, we have this person you want to do in this interview. You want to do this? We're like, but where?
We're used to begging artists to come do the interviews, not them contacting us. So
beware what you wish for.
Yeah,
that is true.
So
that is very true.
So I think probably what we're going to do, I think I'm going to take the man's advice here, and the first year maybe set up 1, maybe 2 interviews over the 2 days that we'll be there, but the rest of the time just take in
we run into.
Take in the sites, see the process of what's going on, so that if we get a chance to do it next year, we'll be much more prepared. So kind of use it as a scouting trip, but obviously, like I said, we're taking a videographer with us, so we're definitely going to get a bunch of video and be able to share that and load that up on the YouTube and play some on the show. Yes.
I was so excited you should see me, Golden.
It's gonna have fun.
And so we're going to pick out just a few artists that we want to interview and get that all set up, and then there's a room that we get to go to, a press room in the what's it called?
Convention.
Thank you, Convention Center. And so we get to go in the press room there. You all will be able to do the big interviews there and stuff. So pretty excited about all that. but we're still going to keep to ourselves and Tiki Man Radio and talk to the up and comers and the independent artists that are doing some things there.
Absolutely.
And that kind of stuff. So super excited for you guys to be able to go this weekend.
Well, you did it. I had nothing to do with it. You're just like, I came home from work one day and she's like, guess what I did today? And this is what? And she goes, I applied for press passes for the CMA Fest. And I'm like, yeah, that won't never happen. And then all of a sudden you get the email and says, guess what?
Yeah.
And then, of course, when all of a sudden she realizes that moment that hits her, that it's also the same weekend as the daughter's graduation party.
Got real.
And then it got real.
Then it got real.
So then I had to get special permission from the daughter that I have.
You ain't gonna be that?
I will be. I have to get up at the butt crack of dawn, go to Nashville, do the thing, come all the way back, do the party, get up early the next morning, and drive back to Nashville for day 2. So I'm going to be putting in some miles. I'm going to be putting in some miles for the labor of love because we love what we do. So
that's
absolutely.
And also Rick the Stick. And, yeah, they're out there tonight.
Hey, Rick.
Patty Smith.
That's Rick the Stick with Rick the Stick's Hometown
Hello, Rick
Licks.
and Patty.
Rick and
Every
Patty.
Sunday night here on Tiki Man Radio, 6 to 8 p.m.
They wanted to make sure that we told everybody hello for them.
Howdy.
Yeah.
So what's the plans from here? Are you hitting the road when?
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna drive up. Both of our kids live in Nashville, so we're gonna see our kids. Gonna do some songwriting.
Nice.
We've got to get busy writing that Living Free and Loving Life Part 2.
That's right.
Nice.
So that's kind of the plan for this trip, to write some good tunes and get some more music out there.
I tell you, we're looking forward to
see some friends.
Yep, Chris and Bob, and I'm excited to see Nicole and Nick, which is our kids.
Mm-hmm.
Look for some land.
Look for some land so we can come back to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Now, what part of Tennessee are you looking for?
Probably between, around Center Hill Lake, somewhere around Smithville, Sparta, Cookville.
Okay, so not too far from here.
Right here.
All right, so there you go, listeners. Put the feelers out. They're looking for some property
Burgess
in those
Falls.
areas.
Real
So
pretty over there.
Get the feelers out there and find these fine folks some land
On the water.
on the water. There you go.
We happen to have a lake about a mile from here. I'm just saying.
Oh, we're checking it out.
And we have one of the finest bar establishments you'll ever find.
Right.
I got a pond.
Build me a pad next to it. I'll be all right.
We got a pond. Pond would be good for you.
Yeah. I'm good.
Golden's actually, I think, got a camper storage collecting back behind his house in the field.
We do.
How many campers you got back here now?
There's 3.
3.
Really?
Yeah, there's 3.
Well, I promise mine will run.
Eddie.
As long as I can go fishing, I'll be good.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we've got the boat too, or 2 boats, so.
Yeah.
Well, before we finish up, we of course have to let you know what is coming up on Tiki Man Radio, and let me get it up there. Okay, of course, coming up tomorrow night, Thursday night, 6 p.m. 7 p.m. is Island Vibes with Scotty Chill. And of course, he always has a very variety of mix of music, something for everybody. That is Island Vibes with Scotty Chill tomorrow night at 7 to 9 p.m. right here on Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com. And then, of course, on Friday, we start the weekend off early. Fridays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Of course, it's the Friday kickoff with Jen Shen. And Saturdays, that is where you get to get all that shagging on the beach music, and complete with all those retro commercials there. It is Jukebox Saturday morning, starting when you get up, Buttercup. And of course, Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's the Big Shoe, Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man, right here on TikiManRadio.com and the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel, courtesy of the Island J live cam on Sundays. Then Sunday night, 6 to 8 p.m., it is Rick the Stick with his Hometown Town Licks every Sunday night on TikiManRadio.com on the free app, 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesdays, we'll come back around, and it'll be the Key West connection with the Barefoot Broker. Every Wednesdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Plays an awesome lineup of music, and has a lot of interesting tidbits of information along the way. You definitely want to tune in for that. And then, of course, on Wednesday, we will be all back here, hopefully, hopefully as scheduled, to bring you another great show. And what do we got? When do we have a next artist in the studio there, Lou?
My little black book.
Get out your little black book.
Hey, while I'm getting the little black book out, Mr. Darby, we need to know when you're going to do a doo-wop country song with Joe Leo.
Doo-wop country song? Yeah, I'm in if he's in. Let's work it out, bub.
I think he's in.
Hello, Joe.
And, okay, so June 29th, we're going to revisit Miss Katrina on video.
Oh, okay.
That's June 29th. She was on the Sunday show last.
Yeah, that'd be Katrina Bergone. Yes.
Bergone.
Of course, she is part of doing with the Salem Songs promotion, which we need to mention that Lake Fest, when put in Bay, is coming up here very, very soon.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, June 9th through the 12th. Put-in Bay, and of course that is the Key West of the North. And Johnny Rodriguez, John McDonald, Christine Jackson, Ray Boone, Jesse Rice, Joe Downing, MFG Records, Dave Sines, Beth Travers, the Boat Drunks, Johnny Rustler, and the Beach Bums will all be performing there at Mr. Ed's on Put-in Bay.
And they do have day passes available now.
Yeah, so you definitely, if you're up in that area, you'll definitely want to check that out. And also coming up in July, Salem Songs promotion is going over to Percy Priest Lake, where Katrina Bergonier and a whole list of artists are going to be there. And a little birdie tells me, oh yeah, B-Dawg and Lou are going to be live from Percy Priest Lake, Tiki Man Radio,
right.
Going to be broadcasting
so
the whole event there at Percy Priest Lake live right here on Tiki Man Radio. More information to come on that. We're looking forward to that. That's going to be our first live solo gig without the Tiki Man. So what could possibly go wrong, right?
And then July 13th, we have another in-studio guest, Mr. Ken Macy.
Ken Macy.
He's going to be coming into studio on July 13th. He's doing he's done some trop rock stuff, I believe, down in Florida. And right now he's up in the Northeast, up around Massachusetts, in the area that he's originally from, doing some shows. So he's got a lot of cool things coming up. Have you met him or
haven't
worked with him? Okay.
I haven't yet.
He seems like a really, really cool guy. We've not gotten to meet him, so I'm excited to meet him in person. But yeah, so he's going to be here in studio next month on July 13th.
All right, and plus, along the way, we're going to be introducing some music from these artists, so you can get familiar with some of their music before that, when we bring them in the studio and have a great time.
Yeah,
so, absolutely. And of course, we cannot end a show without thanking the most important people in the world. That would be our sponsors. We thank you to JBL Legends Travel. JBL Legends Travel, they are your hookup when planning your next getaway. Do not plan a getaway without contacting JBL Legends Travel. And of course, there is still time to book that Norwegian breakaway cruise, August 28th through September 4th. It is the Fall in Love with the Northeast Cruise. Portion of the proceeds will be donated to the Tunnels to Towers Foundation. And of course, the ports of call on that are you're departing New York City, going to Newport, Rhode Island, Portland, Maine, Bar Harbor, Maine, St. John Bay of Fundy, New Brunswick, Halifax, Nova Scotia, and back to New York City. 7 days, 6 ports, one amazing vacation. For more information, reach out to JBL Legends Travel, 732-831-5200. And of course, Goaltending Services. Goaltending Services is your 5-star Google review charter service in Key West. Whenever you go down to Key West and you're done with the bars, hit one last bar and make it a sandbar, and contact Goaltending Services to get that done. Gypsy and Monty will take great care of you, and they have all the amenities you need. Give them a call at 305-916-0990. And also, we want to thank, again, if you missed it at the beginning of the show, we want to thank Remnant Stew Podcast, who was with us over the last 3 months. Again, they have decided not to continue with us. They're
hoping it's a temporary break.
They're hoping it's a temporary pause. But until then, we thank them for their sponsorship. We hope you all continue to go out and check out their podcasts, available wherever you listen to podcasts. And, of course, hopefully, maybe we'll get to reunite with them someday soon. So,
I hope so, Leah.
All right.
Those folks are sweethearts.
Absolutely. So we definitely appreciate everything that they've done for us. So, well, before we end anything, you got any words of wisdom that you want to?
Listen, I got nothing. I'm in shock from the CMA thing. I'm excited. We had a great visit this week, and lots of family and friends coming in town this week. We have our guest DJ back in with us today.
Golden, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I
appreciate you asking me to come into the studio for a little while.
Absolutely.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it again.
Good.
Darby, Kathy,
to see you.
It's been fantastic to see everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm glad your health is improving, and I hope you continue to get on the mend.
We're getting better.
Yep.
Well, that's good. I hope you do. Darby and Kathy, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having us, and we love y'all.
Well, we love you.
Every time we come through, we hope to see y'all, family, and thanks everyone out there for their support of our music and making us feel welcome everywhere we go. So thanks everybody for tuning in tonight and listening. We love you. We'll see you down the road.
That's right. And if y'all missed the with the power outage that we had temporarily, don't forget the YouTube video will be loaded back up. It's been recording, just not going out live. So the video will be up hopefully in the next couple days, so y'all can see Darby and Kathy smiling faces while they were in here with us tonight.
Yep, and give me about 30 minutes to an hour after the show, and the audio will be up on SoundCloud as well. If you follow Tiki Man Radio on Twitter or on Facebook, you'll get that notification because I usually send a tweet out to let you know that, hey, it's posted, and then you can listen to the replay wherever you're driving to work or stuck in traffic or anything like that. So
share with your friends,
Absolutely.
have your friends like all of the pages for Tiki Man Radio,
Yes.
but Tropical Country with B-Dog and Lou on Tiki Man Radio. Yes. There's a page and a group.
Yep.
So be sure to like that and invite all your friends to join us. We have a great time here.
Yep. And just like that, our time is done, and we will see you next week. It's Mr. Bob Shealy. Last song, last call.
Bye,
Take care.
everybody.
Have a great week. We will see you next week, guys.
Set list is all done. The night was very loud and you've been a good crowd. But you know it's time to run. You've all been very kind, thank you for your time. You put me to the test as I try to address all of your requests for the night. As we look to the moon and the manager's protocol. Well, I don't ever want to end, but for now, my friends, last song, last call. A spirit with his clientele, and the drinks are flowing well. A beer sent from the bar and a healthy tip jar. And some tunes that I can sell. It's been a cool room, but it's ending too soon. And they remember to tip the bartender as they surrender to the tab. And they lip sync to the lyrics that they used to recall. Anytime I gotta say those words, oh no, last song, last call. dancing in their shoes. I break down the gear as we wind it up here. After the last song that I choose, it's the last ride near closing time. The final round chord as I strum the last chords, and the guitar returns to the case. Needless to say, it was a pleasure to play for you all. Here's to toast to everyone as I finally say, last song, last call. Here's a toast to everyone as I finally